Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? I am about to leave for my first day of work. Those of you who are not caught up on what's going on is I worked at a sheriff's office for 21 years and I retired in January of 2010. So I've been off from work, retired for a year and about 3 months now. And this wonderful opportunity came about, and I just know it was just handed to me on a silver platter from the Lord. So I just had to seize this opportunity. One of the girls that used to work at the sheriff's office with me became the communications manager, which is where 911, where you receive the 911 calls and you police dispatch. She became the manager over at a smaller police department, and in being the kind of the new kid on the block, she wanted to started bringing in some people that that would be dedicated and loyal to her, and that was knowledgeable about the job, and people that she can trust, people of good character. And she was kind of like, say, cleaning up her communication center. And she hired my friend, one of my good girlfriends. Now she hired my girlfriend part-time because my girlfriend still works full-time at the sheriff's office where I previously worked. And she asked my girlfriend, do you know anybody else of good character that I could hire? And my girlfriend was like, what about Deidre? And she was like, oh my God. She was like, Deidre, I know Deidre is retired. Would she consider working? And my girlfriend was like, yeah, I think she would consider part-time. And the girl called me, and well, actually my girlfriend called me first and said, this person wants to know, do you want a job part-time? And I was like, I don't think so. I don't think I want to work. And she's like, Deidre, they pay pretty good. You can make your own schedule. And I said, I can make my own schedule? And she said she needs someone at night. And she said, I know that's your time of day is nighttime. And I was like, yeah, this is sounding better and better. So I said, well, yeah, tell her to call me. So the girl calls me, and she's like, Deidre, you can make your own hours. You can work at night. This is the pay. I would really love to have you. If you would please fill out an application. And I feel that, and she said, we're going to rush it through. And to get hired at a police department or sheriff's office, it takes months. It takes months, 2 to 3. I mean, let's say really, really rush you through. It's going to take 2 to 3 to 6 months to get hired. So I fill out the application, go through everything I got to do, and surely enough, it took about 2 weeks, and I was hired. They called me yesterday to say that I was hired. So today I'm headed to I got orientation in just about less than an hour, and then I start working up until midnight, and I'll be in training for about three or 4 days. She asked me how long do I think it will take for me to get trained, because mind you, I've been off from working in 911 dispatch for about a year, and then previous to that I was a supervisor for about 8 years. So I didn't really dispatch anymore, and I didn't really have to answer the phones much anymore. So I got to get reacclimated. So I know that will be, I'll catch on to that in a few. I'll catch on to that in 2-3 times working. But my whole thing is, I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous because I'm the new kid on the block, and working somewhere previously for 21 years, and I've always been the person welcoming in the new people. I've always been the one training new people. I've been always the one supervising people, and now I'm the new kid on the block. And I was telling my daughter that I'm a little nervous, but as I was getting dressed, I was just talking to myself and said, you know what, Deidre, don't be nervous. Just think of the advice you would have given new people. Think of the advice you have given new people over the years, over your 21 years there, and being a trainer, then being elevated to a supervisor. And what advice did you give new people? So I started giving myself that same advice. So that's why I cut on the camera right before I leave to share this with you. Number one, be on time. So as soon as I get done, I am going to be on time. I'm leaving at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes early to ensure that I'm on time. When you are a new person, nothing else leaves an indelible mark on your employers or your supervisors as to being late, and especially being late within the first few days, weeks, and months of being hired. Secondly, don't go in there being a know-it-all. I just couldn't stand when we would hire people and they would come in as a know-it-all. And even for myself, having 21 years experience, I've got more experience than everybody in the communication center that I'm going to work in. I've got more experience than the young lady who hired me. However, I still have to learn their way of doing things, because every police department and sheriff's office does not do things the exact same way. So I've got to learn their way, and I can't walk in there as a know-it-all. I used to work for the sheriff's office. I was a supervisor for, I've got to learn their way, and I've got to humble myself, and I've got to be humble and learn what they have to teach me, and not go in there as if I know, oh, you know, you can't tell me anything. I worked for 21 years. And thirdly is to be kind and be gracious and be friendly, you know, to everybody. And fourthly, which I don't have any problem with, is pay attention and have interest in what's being taught to you, and not talking so much. You know, I remember my years of training people, and I'm trying to train them, and they've discovered solitaire on the computer, or Minesweep, or they've discovered that they can IM each other, and they're IMing the other trainees, and that leaves such a bitter taste in your trainer or your manager or your supervisor's mouths, or your employer's mouths, when I'm trying to train you and teach you something, and you're distracted by your cell phone, Twitter, internet, Minesweep, solitaire, all of those things that I do enjoy. But you have to pay attention and write lots of notes. So I just comforted myself with those things, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in there, and although I'm nervous and I'm the new kid on the block, I'm going to go in there and act as if I don't have any experience. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, with showing my experience. There's nothing wrong with being proud of the knowledge that you do have. But I'm not just going to go walk in there as if y'all can't teach me nothing. I know more than all y'all put together. Alright, y'all, let me get up out of here so I won't break rule number 1. Be on time. Y'all be blessed. Love y'all. Oh, this is okay, before I end this is the main point I wanted to make, is build good bridges. Y'all build good bridges wherever you are. You don't know if you're building a bridge for yourself, because one day that moving forward, you might have to go back over that bridge. And that's what happened with me. Is although I supervised this young lady, I've got to go back across that bridge where now she's my supervisor and my manager. And you never know if you're building good bridges for yourself. You never know if you're building good bridges for your child, your family members. Even my friend who recommended me for the job, if she had not built good bridges herself, then I'm sure I would not have been, you know, the girl would not have taken that recommendation. Y'all build good bridges. Be good to people. Be kind to people. Be humble. Be helpful. Go above and beyond the call of duty. Don't just do enough to get by. Build good bridges, because you don't know when you or your children or your family might have to cross that same bridge. Y'all be blessed.